Bulavanaka, I'm Greg Clarke. Welcome to Drua Talk. It's the first of our weekly shows where we keep a close eye on the Swire Shipping Fijian Drua men throughout their third season in the ShopNSave Super Rugby Pacific, and also the Rooster Chicken Fijian Drua women when they start their title defence in Super Rugby Women. So much to look forward to this year. The men will play 7 home games in the regular season, 5 in Lautoka and 2 in Suva. The women have 2 home games in March, both in Lautoka. Now the men are on the road for the first 2 weeks, but they'll be back at home from week 3. And here's a reminder what to expect when the Drua play in front of their home fans, the best fans in world rugby. Sensational rugby from the Drua in 2023. And now we look ahead to more of the same this season, starting with 2 away games, the Blues this Saturday and Moana Pacifica in the Super Round in Melbourne. Then it's the first home game in Lautoka on March 9 against defending champs the Crusaders. It's the Chiefs away, followed by home games against the Waratahs and Force, Rebels away before the bye in week 8, back-to-back home games against the Canes in Suva and Moana in Lautoka. It's a tough road trip to Canberra in week 11, and then Perth, back at home to host the Reds in Suva. It's away to the Highlanders, and the regular season ends in Lautoka with a clash against the Rebels. Hopefully by then, the Drua would have secured a spot in the top 8 and the quarterfinals for the second year in a row. You're watching Drua Talk. The Drua start their Super Rugby Pacific campaign with an away game against the Blues in Whangarei on Saturday. Let's catch up with the Drua head coach, Mick Byrne. Mick, thanks for your time. Another pre-season is pretty much complete. How did this one feel compared to the last 2 years?
Well, this one, there's a lot of confidence in the group. The physicality that we've been able to bring into our training has been great. Our players, this is the end of a second full pre-season. I know we've had 3, but the first one was pretty disjointed. We've had a good established pre-season last year, and this year we've been able to get into our base, and we've got our own field now, and things have really settled down. And it's been a physical and well-structured pre-season. The boys have understood what we're trying to do, how we're building the game. We've made some subtle changes around our game plan. And I'm feeling that we're in a lot better shape than we were this time last year around our game knowledge and game awareness.
The Drua have scored plenty of tries in the 2 trial games this year against the Brumbies and the Rebels. So tell us about the positives and what are the work-ons?
Yeah, well, I think the positives are we've been working hard on our travel, and we've made some adjustments internally around our travel plan to cater for what we didn't win any away. Our away stats weren't great, so we've made some changes there, and we've really looked at getting away to good starts in games. And both the Brumbies and Rebels games, we've been able to do that. We've scored some good tries around our game plan, and we've also scored some tries that we know we can score, like the the try we scored against the Brumbies from turnover. And we know that we can score those sorts of tries, but to score some tries from within our game plan has probably been very pleasing.
Work-ons?
Oh, I think just hanging onto the ball, just keeping the work going, getting set early. Defensively, we're working hard to come forward, keep coming forward in defence. It's a change of a few habits there for some of our players, and we've been working on that. That's still a work on, but we're getting better. And I'd like to think that we're probably in this stage of pre-season, we're at a stage where we've just about got it right. And then it's just going to be, can we execute on game day, and when we bring the real physicality, being able to maintain our composure around our game plan when the real physicality steps up.
Quarter-finalists in Super Rugby Pacific 2023, and many of your players were part of the Flying Fijians who made the Rugby World Cup quarters. They're two great platforms to build on, aren't they?
They're magnificent platforms. I think a big notice for our Flying Fijians players when they've come in, a lot more vocal around the team, a lot more confident in their own selves. And also it's their third season of Super Rugby, and we've got to remember that this is their third season of professional rugby, so they're growing every year. Going away and doing a World Cup and performing well in a World Cup has given them the confidence to come back and express themselves better, and that's been a really pleasing start. So I think finishing our second year with a quarter final and experiencing what that feels like, and then for half our squad to go away and be part of the Rugby World Cup on the big stage has been great. So it sets us up for a good year, but we still need to turn up on Saturday and get the physicality part of our game right.
Well, Mick, you start with a season opener against the Blues in Whangarei on Saturday afternoon. It's a tough one first up, but there are no easy games on the road, are there, especially in New Zealand?
No, I think any game in New Zealand's a tough game. And to get the Blues first up, a new coach, new systems, there'll be some real enthusiasm amongst them. We're expecting them to come out and really have a red hot go at us, and we've been preparing for that, and we're looking forward to it, and our players will be embracing the physicality that comes with a game in Whangarei. And I think also the challenge is probably is again the travel, get there, get sorted, get ourselves ready to go from the start of the game and meet them head on.
Okay, well, all the best, Mick. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Clarkie. Good to talk again.
And folks, don't miss the season opener this Saturday afternoon at 3:35 p.m. The Drua hoping for just their second win on Kiwi soil when they play the Blues in Whangarei. And now let's hear from a couple of Blues players who are set to play their 50th game for the club on Saturday, Caleb Clarke and Angus Taubau. What do they think about playing the Drua? First up.
Mate, we've watched a few of their pre-season games, and some of these, I thought I saw Rupini Tautani Booker running around, honestly the same sort of setup. You never know where the ball could, it's there, next thing it's over there, offloads, they're so skillful, they're all athletic, it's going to be a massive challenge, but there's some pretty athletic boys in this team, and it's something we want to pride ourselves with our collisions and our physicality, and we get to go up north to Whangarei, where I think the last few years we've been trying to get up there but haven't been able to because of different things, and we get to go up to Seminoff Stadium up in Whangarei and represent the Blues region in front of a hearty crowd, I imagine, and go against the athletic Fijian Drua. So what better way to start the competition?
Yeah, everyone's in good spirits. I think coming off a pretty good pre-season, that pre-Christmas training, all the boys put in the hard work with Vern at the helm, and so yeah, those 3 games really gave us a good confidence booster. But we've got Drua coming up, and they're unpredictable, they're big, they're strong and fast, so yeah, it's going to be a good challenge, but I know we'll build throughout the weekend. Yeah, we're all very excited.
Caleb Clarke and Angus Taubau set to play their 50th for the club.
Oh, it was a bit weird when I left, I'll be honest. I left on 49, I could have played 50, but looking back at it now, I feel like I've had 50 for Auckland, I've had 50 for Chiefs, I've had all these little milestones. It just feels like, put it on Caleb, put the light on Caleb. I'm just an old bloke that's just playing another game of footy, but it is cool, this is the club that I looked up to when I was younger. I'm an Auckland boy, born and bred. I wanted to play for the Blues as a young kid, and you know, I suppose when you think about playing one cap, if you can play 50, that's pretty special. And I know my family who's put in a lot for me to be here. I wouldn't be here without them. You know, I suppose, although I feel like an old bloke, it's an ode to them as well.
Oh, hopefully, but I'll just be happy as my dad's got 49 here, so I'm like, haha, got one over you. But nah, just exciting, and like Blues is a big part of me as a person and my family and the legacy here. So yeah, it'll be a cool occasion if I get to run out, and alongside Angus, if Angus gets around, he gets 50 for the Blues as well. So both of us are just real proud Bluesmen and just, you know, happy to represent this place where I grew up. So.
On Friday, it's the Chiefs versus the Crusaders, a blockbuster rematch of last year's finalists, followed by the Rebels and the Brumbies in Melbourne and the Force versus the Highlanders in Perth. On Saturday, the Blues and Drua at 3:35 in Whangarei. The Highlanders host Moana Pacifica in Dunedin, and then it's the Aussie derby between the Reds and the Waratahs in Brisbane. Some great matchups in week 1. Thanks for joining us for the first episode of Drua Talk, a weekly show following the progress of the Fijian Drua in the ShopNSave Super Rugby Pacific, and also the Drua women when they start their title defence in Super Rugby Women's next month. Okay, let's check out another one of our weekly features. On Drua Talk, it's time to see who's in Clarkie's Corner. As well as Clarkie's Corner each week, we'll also showcase the Drua's Try of the Week. Let's hope we see many as good as the 2023 Try of the Year. Remember this one?
TK Howden. The box kick. Adawalu. Takes it well. Got it back to Vita. Cavani. The support is there. It's captain to captain. Welcome back. Melly.
What a try, finished off by the captain, Meli Daranalangi. What a way to finish our first Drua Talk. We'll be back again next week and every week during the regular season. All the best to the Fijian Drua when they take on the Blues in Whangarei on Saturday. Thanks for your company. I'm Greg Clarke, and we'll leave you with a look at the Swire Shipping Fijian Drua team to play in week 1. More there.
Mata kamida, utakata tangaida daliba. Yato yato bana kita, daru simba to semeno mina wandaru darimba. Wakandina dina, waraka punya membro duya dina singa. Melo raikina ngomu, raibinaka emai kongai. Tombokana matanguna kemu wai muna, usuna kamida na busani tukuna nikuina waikuyewa.
Started it. It's
suka darusua ne adobana dalivani ngomu baka bulenga kamida kemimbo ya umar ngeta ausa gerea lebuna rosi kongana mara malako